The first thing you should do when you know or when you sense that your man is having an external relationship is to believe that you don't know. That alone can save your emotional damage. Ask me how. What really makes men go outside to start having an affair, external affair, outside their relationship? Hello. Today, I'm going to be telling you the simple things you should do to save your emotion. First of all, what really makes men go outside to start having an affair, external affair, outside their relationship, either married or unmarried? First, it is either because of finance. Secondly, maybe because the lady is just so much naturally endowed. Thirdly, either they don't love the person they have inside the house enough. Or fourth, they may love the person inside the house, but they just find this external love outside. Fifth, either they are done with you. They just don't want you in their life anymore. So they want to carry on with another lady. So now let's talk about you that is involved in such relationship, because you are the main subject. What should you do? The first thing you should do when you know or when you sense that your man is having an external relationship is to believe that you don't know. Pretend like you never know what is happening. That alone can save your emotional damage. Ask me how. If you pretend like nothing ever happened, do you know psychologically you will believe that that thing never happened? Yes. First, why should you pretend? You should pretend because the moment you start wanting the man to know that, I know you have a side chick, I know you have external affair, I know you have another woman out there, you are directly and indirectly telling that man that you know that he no longer values you. When a man knows that you are already aware that he has external affairs, it reduces his fear for you, because now he knows that you're already aware and you cannot do anything. But you see that moment when he knows that you are not aware, first, he's more careful. He's trying all his possible ways to play his crook business outside without your notice. He still have that little atom of respect for you. But you see the moment you allow him to know that, guy, babe, I know you have one mosquito out there, and he watches you to do your worst, and yet you don't have any worst to do. Oh, really? So she can't even do anything? Okay, which means I'm cool. And then they begin to go about their business stronger and harder. You have made it known to them. You have vibrated, you have shouted, you have cried, you have nagged. That's the best you can do, or that is the worst you can do. As long as you can't do more than that, then everything is cool for them. If you know or you notice that your man has an external affair, the best thing you can do is to pretend like you never know that somebody else is there. Just keep managing yourself, keep nursing yourself, keep encouraging yourself to tolerate him until when you are totally done. It could take you 1 month, it could take you 6 months, it could take you 1 year, it could take you everlasting, you never can tell. But don't start popping it to his face. Oh, I know you went to that girl's house. I know you took her away. I know you took her out. I know you took her to somewhere. I know you bought her this. I know you did this for her. You are just letting him know that you know everything around him, what he does outside. But what can you do to it? Nothing. You can't beat him. You can't fight him. You can't let him go. So, he will keep doing what he's doing. So long as you don't hurt him, you can't do otherwise. He's cool with his business. So when I say you pretend like you never know, it is to save yourself, save your emotion, and keep your self-respect around him. Don't pop it to his face to say, I know you are dating, even though you know, and he knows that you know. Just play like you don't know, that he knows that you know. In that way, he will be more careful around you. He will be more careful with the things he does outside, because he knows that you have never talked about it. And even when he says that you know, but you're not talking about it, that gives him more room to be scared, because he doesn't know your plans, because he doesn't know the step you're going to take. It's even more dangerous when he knows that you know and you are not asking him. It is more dangerous for him. Then he will start counting his foot on the floor, because he will be wondering, how come my woman knows that I'm dating this lady or I'm having external affair, yet she's not talking about it? That will give him more room to be more scared, to be more careful, to be more responsible around you. Or why doing those nasty things outside? So it's going to be a mistake if you start telling a man, I know that she's there, and he will tell you, do your worst. If you have ever encountered that, tell me, has he not tell you, do your worst? And what are the worst things you will do to him? Actually, nothing. You can do anything, especially when you're still in love with him. You can do nothing. You just remain there like a vegetable, crying and yelling every day, yet it will not change his character nor his doings. So it is better you just pretend not to let him know that you know the silly things he do outside. Even when he tries to bring it to the table, tell him, you better stop that. Don't play with me. By the time you start putting yourself into these levels, you will see how respectful he will be to you. By then, even when he goes outside to do rubbish, he will fence the walls around you for you not to know anything about it. But yet you know everything. You're just trying to play your role in a very cool way. Until when you're done and you take your food and dust your shoes and walk off. Take note of that. You don't need to fight for them. They are supposed to be fighting for you, protecting you, guiding you jealously from other men, not the other way around. See you on my next episode.